Hey, welcome back. Friend asked me, hey, I want to do a barbecue business on the side. And jokingly, he was like, yeah, hopefully I'll get to your level and I can quit my job. I was like, bro, I ain't making money. I mean, we're covering costs over here, but we are not making money over here, buddy. So I think he was surprised to hear that. And I wanted to share that with y'all because, like, definitely I'm not making a living wage doing this coffee thing from home. But that's not my goal, okay? But I do want to be upfront with that. In that, yes, I cover my costs, and yes, I do this as a hobby. I once was gonna do it, but I'm not anymore. But don't get it twisted, okay? You don't look at this and be like, oh, she's doing it. She's making a living wage, paying her mortgage, paying for all her stuff, buying plenty of groceries at Costco, buying all the things you want. No. Okay. Can you make a living wage from selling coffee at home? I think it's possible. I think definitely anything is possible. If you commit the time, the money, the energy, all that stuff is definitely possible. Could have I done it? Sure. I just didn't pony up and do it. You have to commit not only money, right? Duh. A lot of people don't really understand what that means. That requires a lot of research on your part, where you're at, where you're located, stuff like that. Commitment, okay? Any startup will consume you for, I don't know what, the next 3 to 5 years. I don't know. In our business, photography business, we've been in it for 14 years, still all consuming, to the point where I chose certain things. I chose, like, okay, yeah, we're not going to do a lot of like family events because all our events are on the weekend. And we are 100% committed to our clientele and our business. I mean, that's commitment, right? So you will be making those types of sacrifices or commitment when you decide to commit yourself to a business that you own, okay? So in coffee, I just was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I want to move away from that. I want to move towards, okay, we're getting older. Let's move to a managerial position, not back, working in the business again. I mean, I'm still working in the business, but, I want to move forward. I don't want to move backward in that sense. So in terms of running it from your home, producing small quantities, doing a majority of the labor, the work, the managing, and all the stuff of running a business by yourself or with very little help. Yeah, maybe you could do it. Maybe if you only sold like, I don't know, very high-end things, or you really moved a lot of quantity of coffee and devoted a lot of your time of the day to roasting, and your roaster, for even though maybe you have a small one, you scaled it up. I'm sure there's a way. Somebody will prove me wrong. Working from home on a small scale, be profitable and make a living wage, and living in California, of all places, one of the most expensive places in the world to live. I'm sure it's possible, but highly unlikely, okay? So I just want to make that really clear, and be real about what I'm doing here. It's for fun. It's a hobby. I love it. I love it. I don't make any money from these videos either. It's all pure, I don't know. I like it. I love it. Why would you want to do this? I still think it's very viable to do something from home and try it out. It's what we call proof of concept. You want a proof of concept, your maybe your profiling, just the idea of working with coffee day in, day out, cupping, tasting, roasting, whatever that is. Learning how to, maybe you hire somebody to work with you. Maybe you have a partner. What's that like? That by itself, you could probably take a whole masterclass on teamwork, leadership, interpersonal skills, things like that, right? So there's that whole aspect, which is really helpful to learn on a small scale before you scale up and actually run like a commercial coffee business, you know. Are you going to get into cafes or roasting? There's two different businesses right there. Very different. Very different. Okay? Are you going to do both? More money. More problems. I always like to think, as a Stoic, I like to think about what's the worst that could happen. That way I'm prepared, right? So I'm just trying to lay it out for you, because I totally think that if you want to do whatever kind of business from home, I'm so for it. I'm so for the entrepreneurial spirit. I'm for the freedom that it brings, but running your own thing comes with its own share of, you trade. You're going to trade something for the freedom that you will get, for the control that you will get. And some people don't want to make that trade. And sometimes you find out later, oh yeah, I don't want to make that trade, like me. I didn't want to make that trade. Okay? And that's okay. I'm so for you trying it. I'm so for it. All right? Really quickly, do not ask me about permitting. Take initiative. This is part of what it takes to have a company, okay? Any kind of company, any kind of business in coffee, you need to research it and find out for yourself. Hey, I would love to tell you what you need and everything, and sit down with you and have a consult and give you tips up the wazoo, but time is money, my friend, and I don't give my time away like that, okay? So do the research yourself, take some accountability, and just see what's up. It's a quick phone call. I know it's annoying to get on the phone. You're like, can't I text them? I get it. But that's what it takes. And that's part of the test of what it will mean for you to, are you serious about this? Do you really want a coffee company? Do you really want to run a roastery, a little coffee business? Are you serious about it? If you can't make the call to find out the permitting things and what's required of you in your local city, that's a sign, all right? That's a sign. And all good signs, it's all good. But be real with yourself. It's a good chance for a self-introspection. Don't let me tell you what you need, okay? And don't let what you read online tell you what you need, because they or we or I can be wrong. You got to go find out for yourself, okay? And that's just part of the test of one of the many road bumps that you'll have if you want to get into any kind of business for yourself, all right? But especially coffee, because we're dealing with most likely heavy machinery. You're dealing with smoke. That's a big issue I didn't think about when I was like looking for roasteries and actual like warehouses to house my roaster and stuff. I just didn't think about the smoke, and I didn't think it was a big deal until you start calling everyone and you're like, oh, you hate smoke and you hate coffee. Why are you making this hard? But yeah, so make the calls, find out for yourself. Okay. But yeah, why do it? Yeah, you're proof of concept. You're just seeing if you like it. It's a great way to get started. Just know that it's going to require much, much more for you to make a decent living wage in coffee. You have to move a lot of product. You have to sell. You have to sell a lot. This is about numbers. And you're going to have to find a way to separate your love for coffee. If you have a love for coffee and you like this is where you like to be, tinkering and all that stuff. Cool, know that. And know that you're going to have to hire a team to help you with the operations of it, running the thing. Okay? So that's a whole other thing. And that requires money, planning, leadership, stoic values, okay, to hang in there, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. You're most likely going to have fun and be very, very excited, and that's what you need to get through that very rough road of just the start. Start is rough sometimes, That's common, and it's hard for a reason. If it wasn't hard, what? Everybody would do it, all right? It's going to be hard, okay? But don't be afraid of hard. Don't be afraid of hard work. What else was I going to say? Another thing that you can work on being at home, okay, while you're not making money, is building clientele, building brand awareness, just getting your brand down. Like, what's my brand? Ooh, I don't know. You could work that out, you know, kind of from home. You could take small steps to learning general business savvy, getting general business power. Okay, you're going to need power. You're going to need funding. You're going to need leadership, like I said. You're going to be team building, most likely. Just have your mind on track. Maybe you don't have the funds to hire somebody, but have your mind there. Like, okay, I'm roasting this. Like we talked about profiles in the last video. I need to learn how to systemize this profile and teach it, be able to teach it to somebody. That way they can replicate it, okay? You're going to be developing skills, all kinds of skills. All these skills of roasting, cupping, that never ends. Running a business, that never ends, okay? And if that freaks you out, it's probably not the best thing to go for. But c'est la vie, that is life. That is life. This is life, you know. You always got to be getting better. Always learning, always changing. You'll be researching, you'll be learning, and learning about automation and scaling. Okay, so it's a great place to just sort of hone and develop and incubate, right, your ideas of what you want to do. So while a home business is not very lucrative, you know, you're not going to be like paying all the bills with it. You may be making little transfer move from, you know, your real job or your money maker, your cash cow, to what you really want to do with coffee. But yeah, not a living wage, okay, over here. It's purely my love for this, my love for the community, my love for documenting this, and the fact that I freaking need it. I freaking need therapy, so I do this. But that's it for me. That's my perspective, my anecdotal one-person perspective. So I hope that you could take, if you took something from it, one thing from that, that's good. That's good for me, okay? And I hope that was helpful. Good luck with all your businesses, your home businesses. Do it. Try it out. I'm not trying to scare you or anything. Just trying to be real with you. Don't fear hard work. It's good to work hard. Okay? All right. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.